What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And today we are going to go over arena offenses. I'm going to showcase some of the ones that I use, and I've been able to climb up to Guardian 1 in arena, so I just wanted to showcase some of the arena offenses I use in order to achieve that. I haven't done actually the arena rush, but I'm capable of getting up to G1, just regular arena, just by fighting a bunch of people's defenses. So I'm just going to showcase how I beat their defenses. So um, I would say I'd recommend having the decks available here on the left-hand side, catered to certain things that you want to do for your arena offense. This top one here is my Shield Will Cleave team. So I have Beth as my HP percent lead for the arena with the 44%. She's just on a broken set with Will, and I just have her on, I believe, an HP, crit damage, and attack build. And it could be vice versa. It could be attack, crit damage, HP. But just making sure she has a decent amount of accuracy. She hits hard, and then she's also going to be slower than Tiana, which is going to be my attack bar booster. And then she also has, I believe she has a shield set. Yeah, so she has one shield set on her. She's really tanky, 100% resistance, which I would say is pretty important because you don't want her to get stunned or anything like that, or stripped. So she has a shield will on her. Decent tanky stats, could be a little bit tankier. And then she wants to be, you want to make your Tiana the fastest one on the team. And then Galleon here, he's speed tuned to go second. And he also has the shield and will, also the random fight set on there to do a little bit more damage. The accuracy obviously above 85%, so then he could have a maximum opportunity to land his defense break, and then he just provides the attack buff. But yeah, so he provides a shield, and Tiana will provide a shield for this team, and the shields do stack. So this is the whole purpose of a shield will team. You're planning on going second. And then Zyros here should have more accuracy, but good attack, crit rate, crit damage, and then he's going to be, I have him actually speed tuned to go before Beth because there's a lot of teams that Beth, like as you see here, Beth might be able to kill the Perna before Zyros takes a turn. So I want to make sure that Zyros resets the Perna, and then he could probably just kill her just by himself. But if not, he will reset the entire enemy team, hopefully. That's why he should have a little bit more accuracy. But but the whole purpose of this team specifically is to go second. So Tiana will go after the enemy team goes, and then so we'll just watch to see what happens. So you see there that the Zyros got provoked, and then we're all just taking damage. The entire enemy team goes, but Tiana's going to go first, cleanse all the shields on the enemy team, also cleanse the shield and will on my team, but then also cleanse the provoke. Then Galleon goes, puts up the defense break, gives me the attack buff, and then hopefully I'm able to kill the Perna, but reset her before I kill her with the Zyros. And then if not, then I mean my Beth will go. Yeah, so we didn't kill the Perna with the, we didn't reduce her her cooldowns. So then Beth will go and then just do cleanup. So that's just pretty much how this team is supposed to work. Take the second turn, you just put the shield sets on, and then you survive all like the big hits. You typically don't want to take that team into like a Triton strip, because it'll push back the attack bars, and then it has a chance to strip the Tiana, and then possibly everything could just go haywire. So I usually bring it into like non-strip teams, but ones that I know that are going to be faster than me. So if there's like a Vanessa lead or a Samath lead or a Sierra lead, then I'll just bring in this team. This team here doesn't have a speed lead and is supposed to be semi-tanky. So I'm just going to bring in my big hitting team, which is here. So I have Zyros for the attack buff, and he's still ruined the same way as my previous team. And then I'm expecting my Bastet to be faster than the enemy team, and I just have her on my fastest Swift set. She's going to be my attack bar booster. To give the rest of my team a turn. She'll provide the attack buff and the shield if needed, which usually it doesn't. And then Emesity will go, he's on a full fight set, and his skill 3 will give the crit rate buff to Lucian, and then we'll also give him a full attack bar with Emesity's skill 3. And then Lucian will go, this is what you call a fat Lucian. You just want to get as much attack and crit damage as possible, and then you only need the crit rate to be 70%, just because Emesity is going to give that crit rate buff and provide 30% more crit rate. And then Bastet will provide the attack buff, and then I have Zyros as the leader, and he's providing the 33% attack lead. So you could also use like Elsharion if you want to. Like Zyros is only there just for the attack the attack percent leader skill. So you could use Elsharion or anybody else that has an attack percent leader skill. You could also use like Bernard. He has 30%, but that's specifically for wind units. And then if you don't have Bastet, you can use Megan, because Megan could work as well. She's 2 speed slower than Bastet, and then Bastet just provides the shield, so just in case the enemy team does, just in case the enemy team does, what am I trying to say here? Oh yeah, so if they do survive, then Bastet will provide a little bit more protection for the team. But yeah, so that's the use of this team. I'm expecting to be faster with Bastet. I'm going to attack bar boost, and then Emesity goes, give the crit rate buff in the next turn to Lucian, and then he'll cleave. And then with him being a fat Lucian, with being able to hit really hard, he hits for about 13,000 or a little more per card, and then he just kills the entire enemy team by himself. So this is like the rush team, just to take 3 turns and then move on to the next battle. So let's check out to see what the next battle is. Alright, it's not loading because the internet's being a little wonky. Okay, so we'll just go into matchups here to try to find a little bit harder defenses. Alright, yeah, so here we have an actual speed lead. So Pontos grants invincibility. So we have a couple monsters here. Triana has the passive, and for nobody being able to die, she'll probably put up immunity on the entire enemy team. Okeanos is there, possibly could strip or use Rain of Stones to stun, and then Perna's there for her own revive. So for this team is what I'll use for. I'll use the first team that I used because I plan on being outsped. They don't have anybody that can strip on their team, so my shield will remain on my team. And then, I mean, Okeanos could strip the will off of Tiana and reset. It's a low possibility because my Tiana has 100% resistance. Yeah, and he prioritizes the Rain of Stones anyway, so we should be good. Yeah, so Pontos gives the immunity and the invincibility to that team, but we're just going to strip it all with Tiana, put the defense break on, and then hopefully we are able to reset the Triana and the Perna with Zyros. That would actually be really nice. Alright, so we weren't able to reset with Triana, but now the Beth will take a turn, and good to go. Yeah, so the Shield Will Cleave team is really nice against arena defenses that don't have a stripper. If they do have a stripper, then they could strip the will, and then they could also strip the shield off as well. Alright, so that's not try to find a defense where we could showcase some more of these. Alright, so here, a bunch of tanky units that have the chance of nuking down the Zyros for the reset, has the chance to nuke down like pretty much anybody on my team, and yeah, that wouldn't be good. So we can use, we can fight tankiness with tankiness and do the Skogul comp, so maybe we will do that. I typically would just bring in the Lucian comp, I would outspeed and then just nuke him down with Lucian. I think that would be just fine, but we'll just showcase one more arena offense here, which will be the triple Skogul. So all the Skoguls are, they're just very tanky. You rune them tanky, just HP is fine, or HP defense HP is fine. And yeah, and just bringing them into another tanky team like here is just really nice. So that's just what we'll do. Throw all their stones in the air. We'll get Wusa to heal himself with his skill 2. And he's just there to provide the immunity, so then all the Skoguls can take a turn. And yeah, and all of their stones start to fall, because they're all speed tuned to be pretty close with each other. Alright, so we actually weren't able to kill here, but every time a Skogul actually gets damaged, then his skill 2 gains one part of his cooldown. As you can see here, the defense will be increased when he uses his skill 2, when he throws it into the air, and then decreases the cooldown time when you're attacked. Alright, so we'll just work down these guys. Alright, so the shield is going to be kind of a pain to go through that Wusao shield. So let's see if we actually win. So this actually has a good possibility of losing when you try to fight tankiness with tankiness. Alright, yeah, so there goes one Skogul. So let's just see what happens to the other two. Alright, and one gets stunned. Yeah, so this defense is actually doing pretty solid. Defense break. We're also really slow. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to kill this team, not with this offense. So we're just going to end the battle here, and we will bring in the Lucian offense. That's actually nice that we lost, so then we could showcase one offense losing and then one winning, and why offenses are important and which ones to pick into certain defenses. Ooh, so that's not good. So the Wusao is actually faster than my Bastet. So let's see if we're actually able to kill the Fengyan. We probably won't be able to kill the Molong because he's supposed to be tanky, but you saw that we do about 13k per card, so let's see who we kill. Okay, yeah, so we do kill the Fengyan, so that's fine. Good old Violent Procs. Yeah, I'll just use skill 3 just to get a little bit of damage in on everybody else. Alright, get some defense breaks in here, do some AoE damage. Yeah. Kill the Perna, or almost kill the Perna. There we go. Not bad. And the Molong will be the next objective. And yeah, we should just be able to kill this defense. Not bad. Yeah, we might as well just get the shield in there, get the attack buff. Alright, it's stripped. Give him a turn. Rain some meteors on their face. Not bad. I don't know why I used skill 2 on Bastet right there. I guess just for the damage. Yeah, but not bad. So you saw that the Skogul team actually struggled on this defense. And actually, this offense struggled a little bit, but they did Violent Proc quite a bit. Yeah, so that was the only thing that we ran into. We just ran into a little bit of violent proccing issues. But overall, not too bad. So we have the attack buff, and then we'll give him another turn, get his skill 2 up. Does a little bit more damage. Oh, not enough, I guess, to break the shield. There we go. So we saw one failure and now one success. Let's look for another random defense. Alright, that one's not loading. There we go. Alright, so they do have a couple strippers, so the Iris and the Orion, it's possible, but I'm going to trust in my Tiana to be able to withstand their strips. And we'll just showcase the Shield Will Cleave team one more time, just to show that taking the second turn is okay in an arena defense. Yeah, so he misses the strips, he gets the attack bar boost. Oh wow. So Tiana actually got stripped and silenced, so that's actually not good. So we are going to try to defense break. I don't know if the Iris is on Revenge, so I'm not going to test it, but I will try to defense break the Orion. Alright, we didn't do it, but since the team is speed tuned and we all still have our will up, go for the defense break on the enemy team, give myself attack buff. Here, let's get some resets in here. Hopefully it resets the Samath and the Perna, and it does. Nice. So even though we ran into the Tiana being stripped and silenced and reset, we were still able to beat that team because we had the shield and will sets up on everybody else. So shield will cleave teams are actually really solid for the arena. Alright, so now we have a speed lead with the strip. So this is going to be, I usually just try to bring in my own speed lead. They do have a frigate, which I'm assuming is supposed to be really fast, but I usually bring in this team against people that have other speed leads, because I have the 33% speed lead instead of them having 24%, and then my Bastet is 290 speed, and then my Triton should be faster, but I have him on 100% accuracy, and what is that, 284 speed, but he also gains, he'll actually move first before the Bastet, because the 33% speed lead is going to give him more speed than will be given to the Bastet. So Triton hopefully will strip, push the attack bar back, Bastet will go, give the attack bar boost, and then hopefully Samath and Zyros will be able to go before the enemy team is able to cut in. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, since Chiwu strips, I didn't want to bring in my Shield Will Cleave team into that. Alright, nice. So we do move first. Hopefully we push back the attack bar of the frigate. We do not. Alright, but Bastet still goes. So our Samath will go. Or not. I thought they would. That's weird that... Alright, so we did get really, really lucky there. So Chiwu didn't use his skill 3, and also Rika didn't use her skill 3. So we actually got pretty lucky on this this defense. But we'll take the luck where we can. But probably not the best showcase for this, because the RNG would have went way differently if the enemy team actually played correctly. Yeah, well, get rid of the Rika. And get rid of the Chiwu. Alright, now not too much to worry about. And then we just got to kill the Jean, and then we're good to go. Alright. Well, I guess this was a good showcase on some of my arena offenses. And then if you're working on your own arena offenses or struggling to find good ones, I would say you could do, let's see here. So the triple Skogul team is pretty solid, but if you're going against like really, really tanky units like that Fengyan, Wusa, Molong team, then don't bring it into that. You could bring it into, they're really good against Camilla, and they're really good against like speed comps as well, because they could just sit there and just take a lot of damage, especially once they throw their stone in the air. Then they increase their the damage that they're able to take by, I mean, not the damage, they increase their defense by 50%. Yeah, and their resistance, they awaken into resistance, so it's really nice, and they won't get stripped. And I bring in Wusa because he provides that immunity, but you could also bring in like a Chloe, or Triana would be okay. Just another unit that brings in immunity. And then for this team, I mean, we went into it with the Shield Will Cleave, just making sure that Will is on everybody, and you could just have broken rune sets on them, on your damage dealers. Like I have broken rune sets on Zyros and Beth, and then I just have the shield, 2 shield sets, one on Galleon and then one on Tiana. You could do even more shield sets than that, but that's just how many I wanted to utilize at the moment. But making sure that Tiana is on 100% resistance is pretty important, because if the enemy team, like an Orion, does happen to strip and stun like one of your damage dealers, Tiana will go and just cleanse everything off of everybody. And then this team I did use for a while, because if I was afraid of the enemy team outspeeding me, then I would just bring in this team. So then Leo will go, and I'll decrease their attack bar booster, which sometimes is either like Bernard or Megan or Bastet. So I'll use Leo to decrease their attack bar, and then my Bastet will go, and then double Lucians will go just to clean up their team. But you could also do, if you do have actually pretty decently fast runes, you could take out the Leo and put in Bernard, because now you have double attack bar boosters, and then you also have Bernard there as the attack power lead for wind units, so that he's going to provide a 30% attack buff, attack percent leader skill for the double Lucians. And then Bastet will go to provide the attack buff, and then you have 2 attack bar boosters, so you're really getting 60% attack bar, so then it allows you to rune less speed on your Lucians. So that's another decent team. And then this one here, just a bunch of Nat 5s, so I don't think many people will be able to make this team, but I do use the speed leader skill. You could also use like a Vanessa I just like Samath because I'm just trying to kill the enemy team, so I just want to use damage dealers. And then Samath and Zyros can both reset the enemy team. Yeah, so there's my Samath. He's just on Despair Nem. Decent speed. I want the accuracy on there for the reset, and then just decent damage. And then I showed Triton in the beginning and Bastet, and then obviously Zyros' runes as well. But yeah, you can leave in the comment section below on what arena offenses you use, and then I never really recommend building a defense for arena unless you really are trying to go for like G1, G2, or G3, just because like you should be farming for your glory towers, and until you actually have your glory towers all the way up, then I don't recommend having a full defense. It just makes farming the glory points a lot easier, and as you can see on my stuff, I don't have my glory towers fully maxed out. They are around decently high level, around like level 10, I mean around like level 9, level 8, but I still only have just Beth on my defense because I'm just trying to farm up glory points. So I don't recommend putting up a defense up there until until you're shooting for that G1, G2, G3, and then you also have your glory towers up there. Yeah, but I just want to showcase my arena offenses because I can push to G1 if I wanted to, because I've made it that far before with these arena offenses, and I think it's pretty successful, and it just makes my arena farming a lot easier. And I also wanted to show you my strategy on using my arena offenses and like what defenses I bring them into. But yeah, so hopefully it helped. Hopefully you have had a good time watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a good night and a good weekend.